Hello and welcome to Patrick's Models and Transport. So we're nearing the end of this train running session because I'm putting the board down for a few days because I have to do some other things in this room and carry on with other work in my free time on with other projects in the modelling department. But considering it was a good occasion to run some locomotives that hadn't come out of the box for some time, we're giving the E656 a bit of a run as well. This is my very first electric locomotive, a 1979, probably 1978 model E656, and these BO locomotives were actually brand new at the time in Italy because they entered service in 1975, so they were the most recent locomotives that were in service. And let's see. It's not such a good slow starter as the E424, but with a good controller, and I keep my Pico controller turned slightly, maximum output is slightly under half, and that helps you control the Limas in particular quite well. So this was the very first model Lima version of the E656, and we can see some minor, in time they improved the moulding. Of course we don't have flush glazing, there's no such thing as flush glazing here, and we also have this cutout here in the buffer bar for the coupling to swivel and to open. They later corrected that, and the buffer bar is straight underneath, there's no cutout, so that's not prototypical. This is a train set version, so it came with a Treno Bandiera train set. I'll have to once show you the original configuration of that train set, my very first train set. And what else? So then in years they also up as the E656s were upgraded with twin headlights. This has only got the single headlights. It would have had red lenses fitted in front of them when it was travelling in the other direction. The locomotive was the body moulding was updated, but it's really a very nice locomotive, very good puller. This is the dummy end with a pickup. It does tend to have a bit of a wobble when it's running. There is a wee bit of wobbling here because the front axle is sprung, but there's the pickup because it picks up from one polarity is on the wheels at one side of the front axle, the other polarity from the wheels at the other side of the motor bogie, and the central bogie doesn't pick up any electricity. This, anyway, if you wanted to improve pickup on this type of locomotive, you could fit pickups to the central bogie, and that would improve. In my opinion, that would be a good solution on a BO. Not to go, or else you can add more pickups on the other set of wheels on the front one, but we'll have a good look at this thing here with dismantled, because I'm going to do some maintenance, some upgrades on this. This is as it was stock. You can see that the pantographs, they should be red, so I'm going to paint them red. Now it's as it was, as it's always been, but I've always been meaning to upgrade it. I would also like to fit lighting in here, but to say the truth, here I would really like to source Lima lighting, the Lima lighting kit, like the E424 has lighting from the factory. There it is. That was the top of the range version with the lighting that it works according to the direction of travel. there would be plenty of space to fit the lighting in here, all the wiring, and we'll see what to do, whether to make just the lighting front and rear working at the same time, or to have it that it changes. That would be a bit more complicated. I don't know, but I would like to get the original Lima spec, and I've seen them for sale, the Lima spec bulbs and light bulb holder brackets, because I would like to have the lighting on both ends in this case here, not the job I did on the BB67001 locomotive over there. Let's say that this is a bit of a pet of mine, so I would like to treat it well. I've also finished the Jouef bulb holders, I think, or maybe I still have something. Well, we could see. But I would definitely like to give this here proper Lima equipment to make it. But we'll have a good look at it anyway in upcoming videos. Okay, so quick run now. Yes, the BB67, the E424 is a better slow starter. I think maybe I should give the motor another clean, because it's one of the first ones I cleaned so I don't think I've opened. I've been using it plenty, and maybe the commutator needs a bit of a clean. I cleaned it once when I brought it back from its exile in my ex-bedroom in 2022. I brought it here. It had never been opened. The commutator was disgusting, and I gave it a good clean, and it works very well. But probably running it in time you need to anyway. So we'll have a look. We'll give it a maintenance session, servicing for this locomotive. Always a bit of wobble at that unpowered cab. You see it less if you couple up at the other end. Let's have a look here if we can reduce that effect. Let's uncouple. Of course, I'm doing things with Kleinbahn coupling and the Lima coupling. Let's see if we didn't do a very nice uncoupling movement action. Let's go the other direction, forward, and we'll go and couple up. Here coupled, it's not coupled at all. Jouef, let's put the pantograph down. So these locomotives would generally run with one pantograph up, the rearmost pantograph, to stop the front one from soiling the top of the cab when it was running. So the dirt that's produced would all fall on top at the back of the locomotive. You see it very, very dirty here, and you would always run the rearmost pantograph in case the pantograph got damaged and ripped off, and that way it wouldn't damage the other one. Would be at the spare at the front, and it wouldn't damage the top of the locomotive. So that was the same. You would get double pantograph operation like this in with very damp weather, because remember, Italian locomotives are 3000 volt DC, so it's very important to have good contacts. They're not AC. And so in damp cold weather, typical weather of northern Italy, in winter, fog, like today, you do see them, these kind of DC locomotives, running with double pantographs, or if there's ice on the overhead as well. So let's just go the other way. Yeah, it's not wanting. I have to go a wee bit further forward. This is the problem of this layout, full of bends. This is slightly derailed as well. Okay. It's a foggy day. Let's have the double pantograph up. Bit less wobble at the front. I've seen them running with double pantographs up. Put this one down. Very well, that was just a quick video with the E656. So we'll be seeing this being serviced shortly. Cheerio, and see you next time. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell, and of course, comment. I do enjoy reading your comments and I like to reply to all of them. Cheerio, or ciao ciao, alla prossima.